Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, where these fans have been getting prepared to cheer on a whole pack of Badgers since early in the morning. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So Wisconsin's will be in a hole thanks to that short return. This has an old-school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, old school because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention, but this guy's so good. He is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. The play-action fake. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Nothing but green ahead. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Fires on the move. A strike downfield. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. The Badgers are rolling down the field. Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Badgers! Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Penn State's offense will get the ball for the first time. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, how about that? And turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the first down. Nice play.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He's got it. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come on.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Ready to try the point after. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands, and the defense better do something different.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to let it go. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
That's not an easy throw to hit, I will say. A dagger throw, it takes time to develop. You really got to sell the route. The quarterback has got to put that in an area and anticipate the throw. Just not on the same page with his receiver on that.
Finds his man in the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. And the Badgers send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. Touch pass on the run. Still on his feet at the 35. He's off to the races. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He makes a catch. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to complete a couple throws and keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on first down, take shots, just make them so much more explosive. I think this guy has some of those traits too.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, he does a really good job with that mesh point. The mesh point is when he sticks it in the running back's belly. When he pulls it, he gets downhill quick to chew up some quick yards. Nice play early in this football game.
Throws toward the end zone. And that pass intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
It's just part of playing the position, and that's an interception this young man's going to learn from. That's the first interception he's thrown in his college football career, and guess what? It's probably not going to be his last. You got to turn the page and learn from it.
Picked off. Got room on the return. And he's out of bounds at the 2, almost a pick six, but they're set up on the doorstep.
A big part about playing the quarterback position is turning the page, playing the next play, not letting bad plays beat you. And that's his first career interception in college football, so that's going to sting. But now you've got to get back out there and lead your team.
And they swarm him under. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. fast motion from the offense. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He'll start this drive firing. Trying to escape and get it himself. Wisely avoids the tackle with the slide. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Big fullback's got it. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And you got to throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field, always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give him the ball, give him a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you're going to get tested. So it's important to get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. The Nittany Lions pick up the first down. And this will be the 9th play of the drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete to the right. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Finley. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Now the play fake. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. It's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Lets it fly. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Penn State! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete to the left. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They'll throw it on 1st down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down. The Badgers want to move quickly. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. Offense in an empty set. He wants to throw it again. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Flips it out to the back. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. He's looking to throw. Scrambling away. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. They're trying to get to it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect the quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Badgers will kick it away to start the 2nd half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the 2nd half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Handoff to the lone back. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that 1st down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that 3rd down and short.
He'll toss it. At midfield, he's got room. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. And the Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. The give to the left side. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave...
Flying down the right side. The 30. Bulldozes his way through. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Badger! Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
Man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Fair catch, called for and made. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Crosses to 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Quickly complete. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Quickly to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on first down. He'll fire to his right. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They're going to throw it again. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Penn State. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man quickly. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Flushed out of the pocket. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Spinderella. He turns like that, or why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the air, it's Finley. Bought a little time, lets it go. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. They're bringing heat. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Off play action. Moving out of the pocket. Into the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He looks that one in nicely. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the stomping has commenced. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They have got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
The best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Skips away from pressure. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that is interception number 3 on the day. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll run the option. Quick toss. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Going to the running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of his spot.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? He
fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Taking it the other way. The 40. Still on his feet. After making the pick, he took it the other way, and he's dragged down at the 19. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Like, if you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And the Badgers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First down here for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Those fullbacks are grown men. Those guys are constantly hitting linebackers and blocking the whole entire game. So when you get a chance to give the big boy the ball, it's always, and you know what it is? It's a morale boost for him.
Just plowing down the field.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires on the move. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Now on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time it's complete. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll leave it with the lone back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Leaves it with the back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That delay of game penalty pushes the offense back even closer to its own end zone. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. With that field goal, now it takes a touchdown to beat them, so you want to pin them back and then let the defense have a little room to work with. He'll start the return inside his spot. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. The deficit is large. Hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Coming after it. And he gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He wants a big play here late. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! And the route is on. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Trying to get to him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.